Hi, my name is Cary. I'm an IT specialist and I'm currently taking up postgraduate studies on information systems. And one of my course subjects is all about computer ethics. What is computer ethics? Simply put, computer ethics is all about the standards, the guidelines we followed and observed in the computing world. Initially, what I thought about the course is that it is very academic in nature, in-depth discussion in principles and some application, and of course, bordering a little bit on the boring side. Well, my expectations were all met except for the boring part. To my surprise, the subject matter was everything but boring. In fact, the subject blew me away. It got me hooked. It got me interested in topics, and so I thought to myself, this stuff makes sense. It made sense that I again thought to myself, why didn't we have this subject when we were in college? Why didn't we have this stuff taught along with our IT course subjects? So I have three reasons why it makes sense to have the subject computer ethics be taught, should be taught in college, along with other subjects in the IT discipline. One reason is computer ethics is realistic. How real? As real as this hamburger. Mmm, yummy. The concepts are real world concepts, taken from real world problems, from real world applications, from real life situations. Like in programming language, you provide the input and you instantly get the output. It is something you can apply the concepts immediately, something you can immediately put into practice without the need of any fancy gadget. And it will not cost you a cent just to apply the principle. Pretty straightforward. In college, we were made to memorize and understand and comprehend formulas and theorems. So, I don't see why the average student will not be able to understand and comprehend and apply the principles of computer ethics. Number two, because concepts taught in computer ethics are relevant. Computer ethics taught to undergraduate computer science or any IT course is relevant because it is part of the IT profession. It has to be taught in college because it will prepare students for the real world. And once they are in the real world of the IT industry, sooner or later, they will encounter tons of office policies and guidelines, and chances are they'll find computer ethics written in those policies. I am pretty sure that sooner or later they themselves will be writing office policies, a memo or two that has something to do with computer ethics. As for me, I get that a lot. Number three is computer ethics is all about responsibility. Last but not the least, instituting computer ethics in the young minds of future programmers, database administrators, future system administrators, storage managers, future IT security officers. This will teach them about responsibility. Computer science and other IT courses that are similar in nature teach you the foundations of computing. You'll pick up some tricks of the trade in the process, but students are already equipped with powerful knowledge and skills that can enable them to either build something useful and productive or enable them to destroy and create weapons of mass destruction. Students will be able to get hand of tools that can either make or break. So it is important that responsibility is taught at this early stage because the IT profession sometimes tend to border on ethics and principles, between duty and privacy, between integrity and for the greater good, and sometimes to the extremes between conscience and a nation's security. No matter how secure an application system is, there's always the human component that by design is part of the fail-safe features. Sometimes I would wonder, is there really such a thing like privacy? That is why computer ethics in this profession is important, because in this profession there is great power. So why teach computer ethics in college? Because it is realistic, it is relevant, and it teaches about responsibility. Thank you.